Good morning, everybody. Today, we are going to study about the capital market. What is the meaning of capital market? Capital market is a market which facilitates. Capital market is a market which facilitates institutional arrangement through long-term fund, both debt and equity raised and invested. Once again I explain. Capital market is a market which facilitates institutional arrangement for long-term fund, both debt and equity raised and invested. This is a simple meaning of capital market. Capital market provide facilities, both borrower and lender. We can say like this: who demands fund and who supply fund. Capital market is a market which is facilitate both borrower and lender. Borrower and lender may be called as those who demand fund are called as a borrower. Those who supply funds are called as a lender. So, capital market is a market which is facilitate both borrower and lender. Capital market facilitate institutional arrangement for long-term fund, both debt and equity raised and invested. Normally, capital market means long-term fund. Long-term funds are traded or exchanged in the capital market. Here, from the above meaning, I want to explain in short form. Capital market is a market for long-term fund. Capital market is a market for long-term fund. The total country's financial system is formed by capital market. Capital market forms total country's financial system. This is a simple meaning of capital market. Once again, I explain. Capital market is a market which facilitate both borrower and lenders for the institutional arrangement for long-term fund, both debt and equity raised and invested. So, this is the first question I want to give. Question number 1. What is capital market? What is capital market? Capital market is a market which facilitate institutional arrangement for long-term fund, both debt and equity raised and invested. The capital market provides facilities for borrower and lender. Capital market is a market for long-term fund. Capital market provides financial system of the country. These are the explanation about the capital market. Today, we are going to study 5 questions from capital market. Question number 1 is, what is capital market? Capital market is a market which facilitates institutional arrangement for long-term funds, both debt and equity raised and invested is the simple meaning of capital market. So question number 1 is completed. Then we study remaining 4 more questions today. Totally each and every day we have to study 5 question. Question number 1, what is capital market? Then question number 2. Question number 2, what are the characteristics of capital market? Characteristics of capital, what are the characteristics? What are the characteristics? What are the characteristics of capital market? It is a security market. Point number 1, it is a security market. The dealings in the capital market are done through securities like share and debentures. Shares and debentures are exchanged in the capital market. So it is also called as a security market. Then point number 2, second character in the price. The prices are determined in the capital market is on the basis of demand and supply. Demand and supply. On the basis of demand and supply, prices are determined in the capital market. Point number 3, who are the participants? Who are the participants of the capital market? There are many players in the capital market. The participants in the capital market includes number 1, individuals. Number 2, corporate sectors. Corporate sectors. Number 3, government. Number 4, banks. Number 5, other financial institution. Other financial institutions are the participants in the capital market. Then we have two more characteristics. What is the location? Location of capital market. The capital market is not confined with a certain specific location. There is no physically this type of market is not existing, but stock exchange is the best center. Stock exchange is the important center for the capital market. But the capital market is not physically existing. But the important institution is stock exchange is an important institution in the capital market. Then we have one more point, market for financial assets. Point number 5, market for financial assets. Financial assets. Capital market is the market for financial assets. Financial asset, that is the capital market is the platform for the long-term financial assets. Capital market means long-term funds are exchanged in the capital market. It is a market, it is platform for financial assets. Once again I explain what are the characteristics of capital market. Capital market is also called as a security market. In the capital market, shares and debentures are exchanged. Then price. How are prices are determined in the capital market? In the capital market as well as in financial market also, the prices are determined on the basis of demand and supply. Then point number 3, who are the participants of the capital market? There are many players in the capital market. There are 5 important people. Number 1, individuals. Number 2, corporate sectors. Number 3, government. Number 4, banks. Number 5, financial institution. So these are all the participants in the capital market. Location. Stock exchange is the important center for the capital market, but there is no physically existence of the capital market. Stock exchange is the important center for the capital market. Then, one more point, market for financial assets. Stock exchange or capital market is a place, it is a platform for marketing financial asset. Long-term funds are provided in the capital market. Here, from these 5 characters, I want to give 2 questions. First, we already studied what is capital market. From these characteristics, I want to give 2 questions. How are prices determined? Question number 2, how are price determined in the capital market? The prices are determined in the capital market on the basis of demand and supply. Then in the previous chapter also, that means in the financial market also, how our prices are determined. Same answer is applicable here also. The prices are determined in the capital market on the basis of demand and supply. Then question number 3, who are the participants? Who are the participants in the capital market? The participants in the capital markets are individuals, corporate sectors, government, bank and financial institution. Anyway, I explained 3 questions. Once again, I explain what is capital market. Capital market is a market which facilitates the institutional arrangement through which long-term fund, both debt and equity, are raised and invested. That is a simple meaning of capital market. Then question number 2, how are prices determined in the capital market? The prices are determined in the capital market on the basis of demand and supply. Question number 3, who are the participants in the capital market? The participants in the capital markets are number 1 individual, number 2 corporate sector, number 3 government, number 4 banks, number 5 financial institutions. So anyway, we studied 3 questions. Then we study 2 more questions also. From the capital market chapter, I want to explain 2 more questions. Please refer the Tamil Nadu Textbook Society Commerce book. These questions are given in the back side of this chapter. So try to complete, study question and answer pattern. Then I want to give 2 more questions today. Then what are the new financial institutions? What are the new financial institutions? New financial institutions are, there are many financial institutions formed by the government. Then I want to explain 2 or 3. Out of new financial institution, I select 2 questions. What is the meaning of mutual fund? What is meant by what is mutual fund? Question number 4. Then one more question. What is OT? What is OTCEI? These 5 questions we want to study today. 3 questions we studied, remaining 2 more questions. These are all the new institutions. There are many institutions doing the capital market. New financial institutions are number 1, venture fund institution. Number 2, mutual fund. Number 3, OTCEI. Number 4, National Stock Exchange. National Stock Exchange. There are many more new institutions, but we just study these 2 new institutions, mutual fund and OTCEI. Then here, first we study what is the meaning of mutual fund. Mutual fund are arranged by some institution. Mutual fund is mutual fund. What is the meaning of mutual fund? Mutual fund is a financial institution that provide facilities to channelize savings of small investors into avenue of protective investment scheme. Is called mutual fund. Then once again I explain what is the meaning of mutual fund. The small investors are not able to invest into the company directly. When we invested in the capital market, we need huge amount. So some institution take the charge. They collect a deposit from the public and they invested into the market. So the institution collect the fund from the public, that is called as mutual fund. Mutual fund means the financial institutions that provide facilities to the small investors. Small investors want to invest it into the capital market. Some institutions provide facilities. These institutions provide facilities for the small investors to invest in the capital market. It is called as a mutual fund. Once again, I want to explain about the term mutual fund. Mutual fund means some financial institution that provide facilities to the small investors to invest in the capital market. It is called as mutual fund. Some financial institution that provide facilities to the small investors to invest the amount into the capital market. It is called as mutual fund. Some of the institutions they are doing the mutual fund business are LIC, number 1, Life Insurance Corporation, LIC. Number 2, Unit Trust of India, UTI, Unit Trust of India. Then State Bank of India, also SBI, State Bank of India is also having a mutual fund. Then Canara Bank also having a mutual fund. Then the LIC, UTI, State Bank of India and Canara Bank collect the money from the public, collect the amount from the small investors, and they directly, these institutions, these are all some of the examples, these institutions directly invest the amount into the capital market. Out of their profits, some portion of the profit is distributed to the investors. This is called as a mutual fund. Mutual fund means, once again I explain, this is a new term, that is why I want to explain again. Mutual fund is a financial institution that provides facilities to the small investors to invest the amount into the capital market. Out of profit, some portion of the profit is given to the investors. This is called as a mutual fund. What is mutual fund? Mutual fund means some financial institution that provide facilities to the small investors to invest into the capital market is called as a mutual fund. Then the mutual funds are having some benefit. It is high liquidity. It has a high liquidity. Then high liquidity, easy safety. Then tax benefits provided by the government. Tax benefit provided by the government. These are all the some benefits of the mutual fund. Then that means mutual fund means some benefit earned by the investors. The benefit received by the investors are they can easily exchange. We can convert the securities into cash easily. Then it is very safe procedure. If the small investors invest the amount into the capital market, sometimes they may face a heavy loss. But on behalf of the small investors, some institutions are doing that business, so it is very safety. Then the government give many tax concessions are provided to the mutual fund holders. These are all the some benefits of the mutual funds. Then short answer question: what is the meaning of capital market? Capital market means a market which provide facilities for the institutional arrangement through which long-term fund both debt and equity raised and invested is called as a capital market. Prices are determined in the capital market are on the basis of demand and supply. Who are the participants? The participants in the capital market are individuals, corporate, then banks and other financial institutions are participating in the capital market. Then question number 4, what is mutual fund? Mutual fund means some financial institution provide facilities to channelize the savings of the small investors in the avenue of productive and investment fund. Then last question I want to give is what is OTCEI? The OTCEI is expanded as over the counter exchange of India. OTCEI is expanded at over the counter exchange of India. OTCE is a premier financial institution. OTCEI, over the counter exchange of India, is a premier financial institution. Then it allows trading of securities in the electronic counter throughout our country. It is premier financial institution that provide electronic counter throughout India. Then here one more point, over the counter exchange of India is a financial institution. It provides electronic counter throughout the India. It addresses the specific problems both the investors and medium-sized companies. Investors and medium-sized companies. Over the counter exchange of India is a premier financial institution in our country. Transactions are done through electronic ways. Electronic counters are formed throughout the country. Over the counter exchange of India settled the specific problem both investor and medium-sized companies are facing any problem. The matter can be settled with the help of over the counter exchange of India. It has a fastest settlements are made by the OTCEI. It is better liquidity. It has better liquidity than Quick deals can also be made. Quick deals are also made. The transparency of the transaction. Transparency of the transactions are made in the OTCEI. OTCEI. I want to explain OTCEI once again. OTCEI means over the counter exchange of India. Over the counter exchange of India is a premier financial institution for trading electronic counter throughout our country. The specific problem, both investors and medium-sized companies problems are easily settled by over the counter exchange of India. Its character, its strength are transparency of the transaction, quick decisions, fastest settlement, better liquidity are the important strengths of over the counter exchange of India. So, my dear students, today I explain 5 questions. These 5 questions are given in the back side of the textbook, which is given by Tamil Nadu Textbook Society. So try to study these 5 questions today itself. Once again, I explain the question and answer. What is capital market? Capital market refers to a market which provides facilities for institutional arrangement through which long-term funds, both debt and equity, are raised and invested. Capital market provide long-term fund, both debt and equity. It provides some facilities, some institutional arrangement to market their debt and equity. Then, how are price determined in the capital market? Question number 2. Prices are determined in the capital market on the basis of demand and supply. Then question number 3. Who are the participants in the capital market? Capital market, the participants in the capital market are individuals, firms, corporate sectors, bank and other financial institutions are the participants in the capital market. What is the meaning of mutual fund? Mutual fund means some institutions that provide facilities to channelize the savings of the small investors to invest in the capital market. Some of the important institutions are LIC, UTI, State Bank of India, Canara Bank. They collect investment from the public and these institutions do the business on behalf of the investors. This is called as a mutual fund. What is, last question, what is OTCEI? Over the counter exchange of India. This is one of the new business unit, new financial institution framed by the government. Over the counter exchange of India is the premier financial institution that provide electronic counter throughout our country. The specific problem, both the investors and medium-sized companies' problems are settled through over the counter exchange of India. Its strength are transparency of the transaction, quick decisions, fastest settlement and better liquidity are the important strength of the over the counter exchange of India. So my dear students, today I explained 5 questions and answer. Try to study these questions today itself. It is very, very important for the examination point of view. Anyway, God bless you.